So,
Hello.
So, since I'm pretty much going to take point on this one, Sammy can do the introductions.
alright, this week we're going to be talking about horror games, and we have a guest with us today. Kilted, introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Kilted.
Very good introduction, thank you very much.
I would say
Um,
I'm still a streamer, but I don't stream that much anymore.
When he gets round to it, he's a Call of Duty streamer.
Oh no, 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 no. Call of
No?
Duty's gone. Arc
Oh.
Raiders.
Oh, don't. I haven't even
Oh,
started Arc Raiders yet.
don't. It will take over your life.
I know. I don't have time for something. I don't have time to make that commitment to a game, okay? I don't. I've got way too much going on.
right, so as you know, we're talking about horror games today. I'm not that much of an expert because I'm a pussy, so I don't play horror games. I'm just being real and telling how it is. So we got a guest in. So we're going to start off today with asking Kilted, what are your top 5 video games, horror-related video games?
Obviously.
Oh, that's first three straight away is Resident Evil 2, 3, and 4.
Mm-hmm.
Silent Hill, the original, and the old school arcade shooter game that used to play at the arcade, Alien.
Nice, nice.
Nice.
Very nice. What got you into playing the horror games?
Honestly, it was just like went to the cinema with my dad, and they had the Air Cinema had the Mortal Kombat game there, and it had the Alien Shooter game. So I started playing the Alien Shooter game. I got my first jump scare. I just started playing non-stop. Went home. About 2 months later, I got my first PS1, and the game I got with it was Resident Evil 2, and that was just I loved the thrill of the jump scares from it. The creeping around the corners, you hear the sound effects through your telly in the dark. Just the thrill of being scared more than anything.
I just never got into the horror games at all. But I do remember on PlayStation 1 getting, I think it was Resident Evil 2 on one of the little demo discs that you got with the PlayStation magazine, if you remember those.
Yeah.
That shows my age. Well, everybody's age if we remember that as well.
Yeah.
And I remember the load up screen specifically. It was on Resident Evil Nemesis, and I was like, I'm not picking this up. I'm good, thank you very much. Not for me. I don't know. For me, putting yourself into the game is terrifying. I can watch the films all day, but playing games is just not for me at all. Go figure.
See, I like the being scared part.
Sue, what's your favourite? What's your top 5?
Top 5 would be. Now, this has got to surprise everybody because this game got slated. It's the only Resident Evil game that got annihilated. Survivor.
Fine. Oh,
Because you're first person and you've got no control over the character. But I liked
I
it
never played that one.
because it's basically you, it moves you and you're just pointing and shooting while everything's jumping out at you.
Mhm.
I like that. Um, Silent Hill Revelations. Because it was player reactive. That scared the shit out of me. Alien Isolation, again. because it was player reactive, and the xenomorph, the really intelligent xenomorph that you're hiding from, can hear you breathing. No. Then Dead by Daylight. I love Dead by Daylight. I'm not even going to pretend otherwise. It is addictive. It kills my Xbox because it makes it overheat, and I have spent hundreds on this free game. But I love it. And then my favourite horror game that scares the crap out of me every time I play it, to the point that I can actually feel my heart in my chest. Phasmophobia.
Mm-hmm.
That I get. Yeah, I get chills playing that game. Like literal shakes, goosebumps. I can feel my heart racing. Because this ghost that isn't real is going to kill me.
Is that the one where you go to like different hotels, cabins, you go try and figure out what the ghost is?
What type of
like,
ghost it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that terrifies me every time, but I love it. That is my favourite. Because even though it's not... Well, I mean, it is to an extent player reactive, because you've got to, like, keep your mic on and talk to the ghost, and... oh... It's scary. And I love it. And I always get it wrong, and 9 times out of 10 I die.
See, that was like me with the Until Dawn games. Just how every choice you make for one character can affect the other one. Especially trying to get them all alive, one wrong decision. But if you and your friends pick one character each, that's where the real psychology comes into it. It's like, are you going to set your friend up? Are you going to help them? You're supposed to be a single player. You could turn it into multiplayer and just have as much fun as you can.
Yeah. So what about you, Sammy? What horror games have you played that you quite liked?
Barbie doesn't count.
Oh.
Although I
I've
can see why
really
that
not
would be
played that
scary.
many. I've always been honest about that. Left 4 Dead is by far my favourite. By far, for years since it came out. And I've played the Until Dawn games, the Dark Anthology series. And honestly, that's it. I can watch somebody else play the games, and that's fine, because then it's kind of like background noise if somebody else is doing it. So I've seen people play Resident Evil, and I've seen people play Silent Hill and all of the big names, but as for me, not for me. But I was just talking earlier on today, how video games have a lot of different genres, kind of like the horror film genres. There's loads of different ones. So we've got like the isometric style, we've got the first-person shooter style, we've got the interactive movie styles. There's so many. So kind of can't really put yourself in a box. If you enjoy the games, then you enjoy the games. But I would like to ask, what are your favourite style? And what kind of styles do you prefer if you've got a particular type?
Kilted, you want to take this one first?
That's a tough one, because you get the over-the-shoulder, old-school Resident Evil style, which is iconic for most horror games. Then you go the newer version, which is all first-person, which I think adds more depth, more scare to it, because you don't see what's coming over your shoulders. Like Resident Evil gives you that wide view. It's more closer viewed, and the jump scares just seem to catch you off guard a lot more in first person, I think. So I would have to say first person, just because it's more scenic, more scary than over the shoulder does.
No, I agree. The first person, like, I think that's why I liked Resident Evil Survivor, because it wasn't the first person, you pretty much get tunnel vision, so you don't notice the dogs coming to get you from the left, and you don't notice the nemesis is right up your backside, because you're literally, it's like I said, it's tunnel vision. You can see what you can see, and that's that. But I like the 4v1 style
Yeah.
a game. Now it started with Dead by Daylight, but Texas Chainsaw have done it. Friday the 13th's done it.
Yep.
Evil Dead's done it. Not that good a game, but I mean the 4v1's good, but the single player's not that great. But so many have done it now. But I think that would be my favourite, because it's one of those where you can either choose to help each other, or you can sabotage and go for the escape.
Yeah.
See, I really enjoy the shooters, the first person shooters like Left 4 Dead. House of the Dead as well, at the arcades. I love that game on the arcade. That I remember specifically, we went on holiday one year to Blackpool, and we must have spent like, I don't know, at least £100 to get to the last level on House of the Dead 2 or House of the Dead 3 or whatever it was in the arcade. And we got to the last level, we were on our last bit of money, and we all died, and these kids were behind us, like trying to get to the last boss, and I was like, no way, we've put all this money in, it's not happening, you're starting in from the beginning. We've been here for hours to get here, and we just so happened to run out. So I really enjoy that. It's a really fun memory for me.
Oh, we played that when we went to that arcade bar, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
Yeah.
I really love those kind of games, and like the Jurassic Park ones and Dino Crisis and all that.
Yeah. I think it's more immersive when you're playing on first person.
Yeah.
I mean, I do like the third person, like over the shoulder view, but because it's still like old school shooter, but I do prefer first person because it's just more immersive and it's scary as shit.
Well, it really is. Is it that new game that's just the Quiet Place? That's first person. Like, based on that, the movie Quiet Place, I've not seen it yet,
Don't.
but you
Don't do
have
it.
to keep your mic on at all times. The game won't work unless your mic's on. So if you make any noise, the creatures come for you. So if you reactivate for the jump scare, the car would.
You're fucked.
Because the YouTube video alone made me scream like a little girl. Like, it was just this peaceful little scene. I mean, what's happened? And straight in my face, I'm like, oh damn it!
I've not
I
played
was
that
through
yet.
that
I'll need to
game
give
so
that a
hard.
go. I'll need to give that a go because I've got some time between getting back next week and then going away again, so I'll give that a go.
See, for me, it's like, right. So go ahead, Sammy.
I was gonna say that's the kind of where where gaming is going now is picking up stuff like your mics and stuff like that, and to me, for horror games, that's fucking terrifying.
If you want truly terrifying, play Resident Evil Village on VR.
On the VR. In fact, Brad's
That
got
was
my
horrifying.
VR. It's on it.
That took horror to a whole new level, and I think VR horror is the way to go. In my opinion, it is the way to go.
Oh yeah.
I've seen this advertisement for a new game that is VR, and it scans your house and puts you in your house. And I just think that is
Yep, speaking of
absolutely
Brad.
terrifying.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what this game is like. I don't even want to imagine what this game is like. But putting like ghosts and shit in your own house, it terrifies the life out of me.
Yeah, I think I'll pass that. If I put spiders in the VR, I'm done. I'm tapping out straight away.
No, spiders I'm fine with. Clowns I'm fine with. Give me porcelain dolls, give me Annabelle, I'm done. I'm done. That VR's going through a window. I don't care.
Oh, stay at my daughter's room, full of porcelain dolls. And you know they're watching. You
Oh,
know
yeah.
they're watching you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Constantly,
Yeah.
they're watching.
That's why I had to stop playing Pacify. I got this. A good friend of mine, Polly, recommended this game. Oh no, my butter, Polly. So, I was watching this. I was playing this game and I was loving it, and I was streaming it at the time actually, because that's what I do. I stream horror games. So Polly had recommended this game and I'm playing it. I spent 2.5 hours on stream shouting, "Fuck you, Polly! I did like you." One of the levels you had to run around burning these porcelain dolls, but you had to catch them, and they could kill you. It was
Nope.
no. And he was sitting jump scaring me the entire stream, thinking it was hilarious. So,
Not for me.
fuck you, Polly. We were friends.
Not for me.
That's probably why I embarrassed him on TikTok.
I find it super interesting where games could go. I've always had this idea since The Sims 1 of having like the VR, which they're bringing in. They bought it in with Amnesia and loads of other games now have the VR. And I like that they're bringing it finally into horror games. Because like out of all games, it's going to work the most on horror games because you're putting yourself literally right there. And I really like where that's going. Where do you think that it could go, like from here?
Well, with the PC community alone, the amount of mods you can add to horror games to revamp them, change them up, change the creatures from one thing to another with mods, it's limitless. It's truly down to what the modder's imagination is and what you can accomplish.
Which is terrifying, really.
Horror fans, that's horrifying to think of what they'll think of.
I mean, we obviously had a lot of like the GTA roleplay, and when one of the previous servers that we were on, like the OG city before we all migrated and then migrated again like 8 times, when they were ending that city to start a new one, they did a zombie apocalypse. They were able to mod in zombies to attack and kill everybody, to kill off the server. So if you can do that, and I mean, everybody knows Skyrim, it can be modded to hell. I mean, you could fly about Skyrim.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Right, you can literally fly about the Skyrim map in a TARDIS dressed as Deadpool. So if you've got they kind of capabilities, what could be done with something like Resident Evil on a VR headset?
I always like the idea, you know, from Star Trek, the holodeck. From that, like, that to me, even now, is the future. Like, that's so cool to think about, and I would love. I mean, we probably won't see it in our lifetime, but I love the idea that something like that could happen, like the holodeck.
I mean, we might, because we are getting, like, I've been to stage shows where people aren't there, but they're hologramming them in.
Yeah, they are getting there.
So, I mean, it could happen. Granted, we'll be playing these games in our wheelchairs, but it could happen in our lifetime. And it would be pretty cool.
I'm just waiting for the hoverboard to Back to the Future. That's all I want. You can have your holograms. I just want my hoverboard.
Yeah.
That's
I want my replicator.
And a replicator, yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
That would be great.
That would make life so easy.
It would.
I would do away with kitchens altogether.
Yeah, that's the dream.
No more dishes.
Yeah.
But speaking of horror games, this year we get Hellraiser and Michael Myers the game. bringing 2 OG horror monsters to screen. Oh, sounds amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got some really good horror games coming out this year.
Well, Resident Evil dropped this week, Friday, I believe it is.
Yeah,
Resident
Requiem.
Evil 9 drops Friday.
Yep. And again, I'm not home to play it.
I've got it pre-ordered. I'm excited. I've been waiting patiently.
It looks really good though. But I'm an OG like Resident Evil fan, so I mean I've played them all. I even played Welcome to Raccoon City. Kinda wish I hadn't, but I have.
That's the thing with Resident Evil, though. It's a game that made Hollywood famous with movies as well. But not every game can be adapted well. And I think they've failed Resident Evil a bunch of times trying to adapt it into a movie, live action movie.
See, I don't know, I didn't mind the Resident Evil movies.
I like the first two. It's when they started giving a telekinesis powers and everything, it kind of
That's
took
where
away
I
that
fell out with
Resident
it.
Evil.
It
See,
did go a
this
bit
isn't
too far, but
this isn't Resident Evil anymore. It goes, the first one was perfect, I think. The second one could have been an introduction to Leon and Claire. Alice could have just been a one-time character. Then the second one could just be Raccoon City with Joel, Nemesis. They could have done something better with it.
they could
Yeah.
have. But we are getting a new Resident Evil movie this year, in fact.
And the director of it is a massive Resident Evil fan. So I'm hoping it does justice.
Yeah.
The latest one they brought out, Welcome to Raccoon City, I didn't hate it because it was filmed during COVID pandemic. So if what they made during that time with the production and the crew they could manage,
Yeah.
I've got to give them applause for that one. It was good. It was entertaining.
But I mean, when you think about the Resident Evils, it's... Give me 2 seconds. Now, the first game, I did research this when I came in for work last night because, let's be real, Resident Evil is massive. It's like, if you think
is.
horror, it's the first game you go to. If you think video games that have been turned into movies, whether they're horror or no, it's the first thing you go to.
Yep.
If you think zombies, Resident Evil is one of the first things you go to, you know? Now, Resident Evil, the original game, came out in 1996, so it's 30, it's the same age as Scream, right? And in that 30 years, there's been 11 original games, 4 remakes and remasters, 17 spin-off games, 20 plus mobile games, 6 main series movies, like the Mila Jovovich movies, 2 standalone movies, 1 short movie, 5 animated movies, and 2 TV shows.
The
Wow.
animated movies are masterpieces of work.
They are
Amazing.
absolutely incredible. They are absolutely
Yes.
incredible. I've told you to watch them. They are absolutely incredible.
Yep. And we've got the new game and the new movie coming out this year. But all of that in 30 years for one zombie outbreak. It's insane. Plus, they took Village onto the VR, which elevated it even further. I mean, that in 30 years, that's even more than Scream.
Yeah.
And it's plus they've got, like, obviously they've got the graphic novels, the comics, the books. I mean, the franchise is massive.
I've been just such a simple game to being what it is.
It was a horror puzzle game.
Originally, yeah. You just have
I mean,
to try and survive with a massive mansion, trying to escape, playing as Chris Redfield.
Yeah.
What it is now.
Avoid the shark in the basement and don't get bitten by the dog. It literally was a puzzle game with zombies and other creatures, and it's went absolutely freaking insane. It's a legacy. Like, people are still gonna know of Resident Evil in 100 years' time. When they're on their holodeck escaping for the bloody dogs.
It's the same as Silent Hill. That's the same as Resident Evil. It just started off with some small, simple puzzle game. Found 2 movies, a few spin-off books.
Actually,
Another game that exploded.
Silent Hill's, it's a good bit of it, but it's not too bad. It came out in 99 originally. There's been 7 original games, including the new one, 3 remakes and remasters, 3 movies and a TV show.
I thought they only made 2 movies.
Nope, 3.
The 2 movies
Maybe
with Sean
just
Bean.
made a new one.
They've just made one.
Yeah, I've not seen that one yet. But
No, I've
let's
not
be
seen
honest,
it yet.
No.
the fact
But
that
yeah,
Sean Bean does in everything, but he survives Silent Hill is impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, the fact that
That's
he was
true.
the only one technically
That's
still
actually
alive.
true. That is,
Yeah.
yeah, that is true.
Yeah. Fair
Even
play to
dies in
Sean
a
Bean.
comedy movie. Even a comedy movie he dies in it. But the first proper horror movie he's in, he's
He
a survivor.
survives. He's the only survivor, if
That's-
that's your
yeah.
take on it.
Technically, yeah, he's survived both movies.
That's very
I'm
true.
impressed. But yeah, so, I mean, that's only 2. Like, it is the biggest 2 series in the horror game franchise, but, I mean, that's insane. But a
There's another
lot
one
of
that-
horror fans are gamers, so it makes sense.
It's the same with horror games. Nobody really talks about it because it's an old school shooter arcade game that spans anime, books, board games, Castlevania.
Yep. I mean, it's not on the I've no done any notes on it because I remember
Yes.
playing it when it first came out. Castlevania was,
having 8 pages of research for that game. Now.
I know.
It's massive. It's
I had
overtook
just come off a shift
well.
when I did this last night. I had like 3 hours sleep the night before because I wasn't expecting to be working. I think I did okay, but I didn't see the point in putting Castlevania down, and because I know the game, and it was one of the first games I can remember playing. Not just like horror games, but first ever games. And it's got the TV show, it's got all the manga, the graphic novels, the comics.
Castlevania, the first game, came out in 1986.
Yep,
Yep.
I think I played it. It would be the late 80s. I played it, so it would have been out for a couple of years when I played it, and it was on cassette that I had to load up.
I played in the old school Nintendo Sega with the little guns you just plugged in.
Yeah.
Wow. That takes me back. They don't do those anymore.
No, they don't. The closest you can get is the Wii
Yeah.
with the guns.
Wow.
Anybody need a Wii? I've got about 8 of them in the house. Don't know why.
You actually do.
Why do I
Yeah,
have
my
so
cousin
many
did it.
Wiis?
I've got about 5 Wiis. I don't know why I've got 5.
I don't know why. Why do we
just-
collect
Yeah.
Nintendo Wiis?
Every
I've
year
got
for
more.
Christmas, one of my kids will get a Wii for Christmas. Every
I've
Christmas
got
is-
more Wiis
Let's go
in this house than
sponsor
I've
Wii.
got rooms.
That's also true.
I mean, I live in the
We've got
world's
one
smallest
each.
apartment.
And one for each of the dogs.
It was like, why? Why do we need that many?
But here's the real question for horror fans. If you could turn one of your own horror movies into a game, who would you pick?
See, I've got the list in front of me. I know what movies have been made into games.
Not wanting to make into games, but you personally, what would you want to see?
Let me see.
I don't know, because there's loads of games that could be made into films.
Now, I know what I would like to see, and we've spoke about this movie in great detail because it is so bad it's good. Rubber.
Don't say Silent Night, Deadly Night.
No.
Rubber into
Rubber.
a game.
I would love to rock about in a video game as a tire killing people. That would be amazing.
Oh, wow.
I mean,
The thing is,
obviously
that
there are other ones that I'm going to try and track down emulators for because I didn't even know they existed. Then I will talk about them like ones
If I
that
hadn't have just played and completed the Dark Anthology series, I would have said Ghost Ship. But they did that
Ooh.
in the Dark Anthology series with Man of Medan.
Mm.
It's not Ghost Ship the film into a game, but it's a very, very, very similar premise. And they have a lot of the scares in that are reminiscent of the film Ghost Ship.
Great movie, so underrated.
It really
Oh,
is.
absolutely
The
incredible.
opening scene alone
Oh.
is a master.
The opening scene
Best
alone
opening
is
scene
incredible.
ever.
By
Like,
far.
yeah,
by
that's
far,
even better than the Blood Rave for Blade. Like,
By far. It's
Yeah,
so
like-
good.
You didn't see it coming. That's the thing. At the very start, it's just straight in your face, and you're like,
yeah.
What did I
it's
just
like,
see?
well, okay. But that is such an amazing movie opener, and it's
I know that they're talking about doing a series about 13 Ghosts.
that's the game I was going to say. Make into a VR game is 13 Ghosts.
That could be really good. I
Because the
love
house
13
itself's a
Ghosts.
puzzle.
Yeah, exactly. The house itself is a puzzle, and then you have the ghosts, which are fucking terrifying.
oh god, yeah.
13 ghosts. Like every single one of them is terrifying.
The jackal freaks me out in that movie.
Oh, the
Like, all
jackal
ghosts,
is-
jackal
The jackal
gets me.
is oh my god, scary. To this day, that bit when the jackal is chasing after the main girl, the daughter, and like he catches her and like started scratching her. It's like, that,
And
to
she
be
can't
fair,
see
is
him.
Really, yeah, and that looks like to me they might have taken the hunter from Left 4 Dead, that idea from
Yeah.
13 Ghosts.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Apparently, the idea for all 13 Ghosts was based on new murders that happened.
Well, I can
Same with
imagine so because
Candyman as well was based on a small legend, I can say.
Candyman would be a good video game.
Oh, right. Oh,
Candyman
yeah.
could have been made into a great game, yeah.
I mean, it can't be now because we've unfortunately lost Tony Todd, and he's the only voice that could do it.
What would Candyman be without?
Oh, the have got Tony Todd's face and everything on game file thanks to Indiana Jones,
Mm.
as he's in the Indiana Jones game itself.
So it could, in theory, be done. It's with the royalties going to his family.
Never going to happen.
Nah.
Game companies are far too greedy.
Yeah, no, definitely.
But talking about games, sorry, maybe games that go into films. We've got coming out next month, The Mortuary Assistant, which is going on to Shudder. Hopefully, if it works, we'll be
Oh,
watching
what?
it on the next
I've-
watch along.
Thanks to Kev, I now know what I need to switch on my Google, my Chrome settings to get it working.
Yeah, we want to try and watch that when it comes out on Shudder. And I think that could be terrifying from what I've seen of that game. It's pretty scary.
Yeah.
They have a lot of peripheral vision, like it's just there and then it disappears, kind of scares, and I like that when I'm not playing it.
I mean,
So
as
hopefully
no,
like the film.
it is a good game. It's just it is scary because it's like blink and you miss it, jump scares. It's like you see it at the corner of your eye, and you'll jump, and then you're like, "Wait, did I actually see that, or is this just playing trick? It's my mind playing tricks on me." Because
Yeah.
you don't know with games like that because of the way it's made.
For me, that's the best thing for horror games. The one where you're just minding your own business. There's no creepy music. There's no atmosphere. There's no warning. It's just right in your face. no kill switch, no nothing. To me, that's the best jump scares in games.
Yeah.
They just catch you completely off guard.
No,
We're
definitely.
just getting a tour of your house.
Yeah.
I'm on camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not showing me we've been on camera.
No, you're on camera. We can see you've just walked out your back front door. A door.
Yeah. Dog needs the toilet.
Oh, dear me. What was I going to say? What? So, right, so you've got the list of what games were made into films.
Yep. Oh, the
Which we
main
already
ones. The main
yeah,
ones.
which we already know: Resident Evil, obviously, Silent Hill,
Yep.
um,
Mortuary Assistant.
Mortuary Assistant, which should be a new one. Yeah. One that I've just thought of was the Saw film was made into games.
Yeah,
Play games.
that's a different list. That's movies to games.
Yeah, I'm getting them confused. I don't know.
Yeah. But games to movies, there's been quite a lot. Like, but the main ones being, obviously, we spoke about Resident Evil, Silent Hill, The Mortuary Assistant. Now, brilliant games, we've already discussed them. Don't watch the movies. Ian, you're muted. There we go.
Yeah, just dealing with the dog.
Oh, okay.
All good.
But we've already spoke about the games, but terrible, terrible movie, don't they? And they brought out a second one and I don't know why. House of the Dead. Do not watch.
See, I'm kind of annoyed because they remade Silent Night, Deadly Night. I don't know if you've seen the first two. Like,
Yeah.
the first one is Silent Night, Deadly Nights. It was okay, but the second one was absolutely amazing. It was so horrible, but you loved every second of watching it.
Oh, that was like rubber. I'm not even gonna lie.
And then they decided,
really like that
make a
movie.
remake.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't need a remake. Certain movies shouldn't be remade.
No.
Like, you can't remake Robin, no. You can't do it.
No. Okay, not. Although I do need to watch Killer Sofa. I need to find a copy of that. Obviously we've got Five Nights at Freddy's 1 and 2. But Killer Sofa looks fun, okay? We've all seen Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Don't get me started on stupid movies. We've
Drop
got
them all.
yeah. We've got Until Dawn again. That was good. And the latest one that's just come out. Massive hit at the box office, has taken 50 million roughly already. Made and starring a YouTuber, well-known YouTuber, backed up by yet another Irish YouTuber. We've got Mr. Markiplier's Iron Lung.
I'm so happy for him.
So am I.
So happy for him.
And I've not seen it all. I'll be honest. I love the game. Love the game. Love the premise. I've not seen the entire movie. I've seen like the first maybe 45 minutes, but it's one of those movies where you can't have anything else happening when you're watching it. You've got to sit and concentrate because you are going to miss something big. So I've not been able. In fact, I'm going to watch it tonight when I've got nothing else on.
What's that one? Iron Lung. Twitter, Amazon.
Firestack.
We're legally watching films.
Oh, of course we are legally watching films, but not my local cinema's no showing it, and I would have went to see it, to be fair. But from what I've seen, yes, it's dark, okay? And again, I don't mean dark as in broody, I mean dark as in pay the electric bill. We all know that's a pet peeve of mine in movies, if they're physically dark, because I've got dodgy eyes. But for what I've seen, it is spectacular. He has done an amazing job with it, and it has well earned to he's earned that smash at the box office. He's earned that.
Yeah, he
And he is
absolutely
such
deserves it
a
for it.
nice guy as well. I know people that have met
Incredibly humble.
him. He is such a lovely guy, and I'm so fucking happy for him. He's knocked
That's
it
the
out the
thing. A lot
park.
of low budget movies could turn into be masterpieces. Exhibit A, Evil Dead. They used a high school camera and cheap special effects to make that movie, and it's a cult movie now.
Oh yeah, it's a cult classic.
So when people keep saying you need a high budget to make a movie,
No,
you
you
don't.
don't.
You need the passion behind the project.
Look at the original Saw. It was filmed in what, 2 rooms? With next
Two
to no
rooms.
budget.
Yep.
Look what that
And then
became.
that's spanned into now.
It's,
Massive now. How many films?
Friday the 13th as well.
10. Yeah.
It's the same with Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Friday the 13th. No big company wanted anything to do with them.
No.
So they got a small budget, they had passion behind it, made them work for free to get the movie made. And look at them
Yeah.
now, massive franchises.
Yep. We have got some more
Something-
games coming, game movies coming out this year. Couple that I'm actually quite interested in. So we have got a new Resident Evil movie dropping.
Mhm.
We've got Five Nights at Freddy's Part 3 dropping. A game that I really enjoyed. We have got, I don't know how they're going to turn it into a fucking movie, but Hello Neighbour. I don't know. One of the scariest games I've played, Outlast.
Is that doing a film?
That's doing a movie.
Oh, wow. If they
That
do
could
that,
be
if they
interesting.
do that and they do it well, that could
If
be.
they do that
fucking-
well, that
could
is going to be
really
brilliant.
Good. That could be really good.
Yep. We're getting.
Outlast is a terrifying game.
Oh, it
Oh,
absolutely
yeah.
is. Absolutely.
And if they
Good
do it
lord.
right, the game, the movie's going to be just as fucking terrifying. We've got Bobby's
Right.
Playtime.
That's going to be aimed towards the kids that play it.
The thing is, though, Five Nights at Freddy's is supposed to be the same, and I was low expectations, but that surprisingly was phenomenal.
Oh, I
like
enjoyed
both
it.
of those films. I really
Yeah,
enjoyed
I
them. both.
enjoyed
They're
them.
really good.
The whole
Oh.
being Poppy Playtime, I'm actually sitting going, you know what, I'm not going to judge it this time.
No, I'm going to wait and see.
It's going to be interesting to see. Are they going to have Huggy Wuggy as like a
Oh,
CGI
they need
character, or are they going to have Huggy Wuggy as somebody dressed up as Huggy Wuggy?
I hope they have someone dressed as Huggy Wuggy, because that I used to have Huggy Wuggy on my old chair, hanging here, and he used to be behind me on stream, but then my dog ate him.
R.I.P.
Not the tiny dog, the Rottweiler. She got hold of Huggy Wuggy and destroyed him. Oopsie. Yeah, she just wanted a hug. And then obviously, one of the biggest horror games that's been going for since 2016, I believe. Wait till I double check. Yeah, 2016. VOG 4 versus 1. Getting made by Blumhouse of all productions. We're getting Dead by Daylight.
It's going to be interesting to see how they make that work.
I don't know how they're going to make that work. I mean, they could do Explore Survivors with Trapper in an abandoned
The original
farm or
character.
something like that. Yeah, they could do it that way. It's like a friend group gets like stranded in an old building, or it could be they could do it like All Hallows Eve style, where you've got different victims and different killers and different scenarios,
that could
like
work.
the game. They could do it anthology style, where it's like in separate parts, like Prom Night, where they had like 3 parts. Oh, sorry, no Prom Night, Fear Street, where they could do like a couple of killers with a group here and then a couple of killers with a group in part 2. I don't know. There's a few different ways they could do it, but it's
You could
Bloomhouse,
also do
so all bets are off with
Cabin in
this
the
one.
Woods style.
Yeah,
By making... They technically already made that movie by making Cabin in the Woods. Was a bunch of survivors and a random killer selected.
yeah.
So it's no impossible.
No,
It's just having got the
but,
right person behind the project, really.
and they've got Bloomhouse. They've got the best of the best in the game.
Yes.
You know,
the
A
majority.
very passionate company about horrors.
yeah. But again, it's Bloomhouse, so anything could happen. It's they really could do anything, but whatever they do, we know it's going to be worth a watch. We know we're going to enjoy it. We know it's going to be gory. There's going to be jump scares. There's going to be twists worthy of an M. Night Shyamalan credit. It's gonna be something, and that one I'm looking forward to. There's no release date as yet, and no further details, but we have got it coming. And it's gonna be good. But of course you can't go one way like games into movies without reversing it. This list surprised me. And I'm gonna now need to go and look for all of these games. I need to find them. Right? I will find them. Must be done. So, in no particular order, because I was half asleep, trying to eat my dinner and get to my bed for an early start this morning. So, in no particular order, we have Chucky, Slash and Dash. Yeah, this list impressed the head and surprised the hell out of me, I'm not going to pretend. I came out in 2013. I don't know what... Yep, Chucky, Slash and Dash. I have no idea what these games are like. I'm going to have to find out, and I will stream them over on my personal channel when I find them, because...
PC only.
2013, yeah, it's PC
On
only.
the PC.
Yeah. So obviously I will find them and I will stream them over on my own channel, because that's what I do. I'm a horror streamer. So I will find them and we will get actual gameplay. So then we've got, again, this is in no order, Friday the 13th, which has actually came out with 2 games. The original in 1989, and then the kind of stole the 4v1 premise in 2017. It's also got a couple of mobile games.
That 2017 game was amazing, though.
I liked
loved
it. I really did enjoy it. But
No-
the servers are closed.
Jason. Yeah, they closed them down. Same with Evil Dead. I believe all this servers are closed down as well.
I don't know, I stopped playing that. The 4v1 was
That
fun,
shit is.
but the multiplayer
good
part of
game.
it was fun, but
They're trying to compete with Dead by Daylight that's already got an established
you
fan
can't
base.
do it.
And that, you can't do it.
No, Dead by Daylight once. I mean, it came up with the 4v1. It does what it does better than anybody else because it invented the format. Okay,
That's the
you
one
can't invent a
Halloween to
formula
watch.
and then expect somebody to beat you at it.
Exactly. See, Fortnite, they created their formula. They're not. Use the Fortnite as an example. But
Yeah.
they created their formula, and every game that tries to copy their Battle Royale system can't compete with them.
No. I've played Battle Royale games that are absolutely fantastic, where you, like, after you get killed the first time, you turn into a chicken, and if you survive, you get respawned. And they're brilliant games, but they can't compete with Fortnite.
No.
Because it is what it is. Now, a couple that surprised me, both coming out in 1983, even before me. Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Halloween had video games.
Oh.
Now, obviously, there has been a couple of years ago a new Texas Chainsaw Massacre come out. Don't know why it's not on this list, because it should be, because I own it. But it came out a couple of years ago, and again, it did the...
It did Dead by Daylight to the point it didn't work.
Yeah.
It wasn't
was
as good.
good in theory, but it wasn't a great game. It wasn't.
No, it wasn't executed well.
Right. Now, the original Predator game, there's been a few that have brought Predator into the game, but the original Predator game came out in 2005.
Yep.
Fright Night came out with a game in 88. Alien has come out with a few. Resurrection in 2000, and then Isolation in 2014. Isolation something else. A Nightmare on Elm Street came out with a game in 1990. I need to find these games.
Yeah.
You know they're going to be old style platform arcade games, but it needs
Granted,
done.
old school Game Boy style,
Yeah.
but they'll still be fun.
Again, the new one's not on this list. Why is the new one not on this list? Evil Dead has had 3 games. The last one that we don't talk about that gets closed down. It came out with one in 2003 and again in 2005. The Thing brought a game out.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
Yeah.
2002.
Yeah.
Again,
I think that could do with a new game actually. The Thing that would be interesting.
yeah, that I like the idea of that.
I really like the idea of it.
We've got a game. Didn't know it was a game. Need to find it. Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yeah,
in
I've heard
93.
that one.
Then we've got Aliens vs Predator in 99. And a couple of Saw games. We've got the original Saw game, 2009. And Saw 2, Flesh and Blood, 2010. They're coming up with a new game this year. And earlier, sorry, at the end of last year, we got an Art the Clown video game. It's old school arcade style. It came out at the end of last year. Honourable mention. Now, it's not a movie, but the only reason I'm mentioning it with this lot, with movies that became games, is because of the fucking cast. This movie has got Lin Shaye, this game has got Lin Shaye and David Arquette. It's got 4 different endings. And I've never met anybody I've never met 2 people that played it that have ended the game the same way, because your choices determine how the game ends, who lives and who dies. And it was brilliant. And again, I own it, and I love it. The Quarry.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed it.
It wasn't in your face horror, the way a lot of them are. But it was good, and it had an all-star cast. I mean,
Yeah, it did.
I had Lin
You've got
Shaye
to
and
love
David
Lin
Arquette. Did have
Lin Shaye,
others,
she's
but
always a sidecar in a lot of horror movies that you always remember. She's just
I
got
met her.
appearance on screen.
she's lovely. I actually met her twice over the weekend because I had to get an autograph for my sister, and then I got my picture taken with her. But she is lovely. I love her. But yeah, that game was something else. And again, it's one of those. If David Arquette and Lin Shaye put their name to it, it's not going to go wrong. You know, I
And
can't
that's
think of.
very, like, I really, really enjoy the interactive movie style games. They're the only ones that I can play, even though they scared the life out of me in some parts. But I just really enjoy them, and like all of them have a really impressive cast. Like Until Dawn has a great cast of people. The Quarry is another one, has a great cast of people, and all of the Dark Anthology series you'll see like,
It's-
oh, there's what's her name, Ariel Winter from Modern Family. She's in
Yeah.
one of them. They have these big names that they put in them, so that's why I really enjoy them.
Yeah. And
It's the
wasn't
fact
it
it's a horror game you bond with the characters in.
Yeah, it
You
is.
get attached to
Which-
them.
Yeah, that takes us on to what I was about to talk about. Now, obviously, there is big zombie video game that became a TV show. Last of Us.
Yep.
Massive names in the game.
Still haven't completed the second game after that scene.
Massive names in the show.
I can't do it. I can't put myself through the emotional torture of every episode.
Mm,
I
After
fucking
what?
cried my eyes out.
yep. And again, while still on the premise, not exactly horror, but horror-esque because it's like post-apocalyptic. Fallout.
That was amazing.
Absolutely love
You've
that
done an
series.
incredible
Love the
job with that
games.
series.
Love the
And
show.
while
Yeah.
we're on Fallout, I want to know Kilted opinion. Would you say that ghouls are zombies or not?
That's a hard one because you get the girls who have got the knowledge, motor skills, like David Walton's girl.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, without the medication, they do become flesh-eating girls. So, would you class them as zombies?
See, that's the quandary that we
That's the
had.
question.
That's
Is she-
the question that I had.
Yeah,
No, I
that's where we got.
originally said, and we said the same thing, is that feral ghouls are very similar to the 28 Days Later style. In the fact that they're not quite zombies, because they're not bloodthirsty or whatever, they're not after
No,
your brain,
they're more like-
whatever.
Mm.
The one in the
But
berserker
they're gonna
rage,
chase after you until
Yeah.
they've killed you.
Yeah, they are zombie-esque.
Yeah,
but not quite zombies.
Yeah.
but not quite zombies in
Yeah.
the traditional sense. But normal ghouls
Normal
are
ghouls are
not
fine.
zombies. They're just people.
Alright, guys, I will
Yeah.
have to jump just now. I'm going to stay on a phone call.
Oh, not a problem. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I look forward to another day with you.
No problem,
See you
Kelty. Catch
again.
you later.
Bye now.
But
It was nice to have a guest, I think.
that was nice to have a guest. But, right, give me a second. I had a lot of notes on this. Right, so, now it's just us two again. The history of the horror game. I'm not gonna lie, I was shocked.
Been going a long time.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I've been in a cold sports centre for the last 2 days. Chest playing up. So, oh, hold up. I had to move some stuff in, so bear with me. The screen's gonna move ever so slightly.
Right, well, do you want to just go on a quick be right
That's
back?
it done.
I need to be right back because I need
Oh.
a wee.
Right, I'll put on a be right back. Catch you in two.
Professionally speaking.
we're back. I tried commenting, it wouldn't let me, I don't know what's going on, but I know the chat's gone off my screen, but I've got it on my mod view, but okay, that jumped up quite significantly. You are very welcome. Thank you for joining us. It was nice having a third tonight, wasn't it? It's normally just you and me sitting talking crap. So that was nice. But yeah, so yeah, the horror video game actually goes back further than I was expecting. Now, obviously, Castlevania came out in '82. And I'll be honest, I kind of assumed that was the first, or one of the first, but yeah, the first officially recognised video game from the genre was called 3D Monster Maze. And it came out in 1981 on the Sinclair ZX81. Now, I owned a Sinclair ZX Spectrum. I actually think I still have one in the cupboard somewhere. That doesn't surprise me. So, yeah, I remember playing older horror games on that. Didn't know it went back to 81. But the history of horror and video games actually goes back a lot further. Now, there was a console that came out in the early 70s. The first official gaming console. Like, this was the first console purely for games. It was called the Magnavox Odyssey. It was a big white box. Big white box. Right? Honestly, before, like, were PlayStations, were Xboxes, were SNESes, were everything else. It was this big white box. The Magnavox Odyssey. And never heard of it. Don't know anything about it. But in 1972, it actually came out with a horror cover for it. It introduced horror into the video game community. And it was, they gave you, you know, you can get like skins for your Xbox and PlayStations. They came out with, it was a haunted house. Well, it's marketed as an overlay, but for what I can gather, it was a skin. And it was included if you bought this, I'm imagining would have been really freaking expensive hunk of white plastic back in the early 70s. I mean, I didn't even know that was the first flaming console, but never mind. So I thought that was quite interesting. But even back in 72, they were trying to incorporate horror. I mean, it was 9 years later before we got an official horror game, but I'm going to find it and I'm going to play it on stream. Because even if it's garbage, and it was made in 81, so I'm imagining 45 years old, it's not going to be great, okay? It's a game called 3D Horror Maze that came out in 81. It's not going to be spectacular here, okay? I mean, this ain't going to be like Resident Evil style graphics. It's going to make Pong look great. But I need to find that. But yeah, so it seems that horror games have been around as long as mainstream horror movies. I guess some random gamer just thought, you know what? I like watching horror movies. I wonder what it would be like to be in one. Not freaking great. It scares the crap out of even us. And we'll sit and watch horror movies all day, every day, and then go to bed and sleep. Well, no sleep all night because we're both insomniacs, but
Yeah.
what sleep would they get isn't disturbed by nightmares because of the horror movie we've just watched. But horror games really are something else entirely. It's like they get you. It's like you are gonna be terrified. I don't care. I mean, you could sit through a Serbian film without batting an eye.
I don't think I could.
No, no, I don't think I know I can. I've seen it once. I've never seen it again. No, I know I can. But
I'm not watching it.
you could be the coldest of the cold, and you could sit through that without batting an eye, and put a VR headset on you and put on Resident Evil: The Village, and you are shitting your pants. Okay,
Well, there's might be some parts of Resident Evil Village that I might like.
We know why the cheeky smile's there. We know why that's there. But
Yeah.
yeah. But it's just it's the adrenaline rushes, the fears there. That's games are completely different to movies and shows and books because it's you. You're the main character. It's happening to you. And it's a whole other level of scared. And I love it. I mean, that's where I started out. That's what I do. It's my day-to-day thing. It's, you know. It's how I made a name for myself. Mainly because I'm a pussy that plays horror games on stream, man. Has jump scares. It's like, yeah, come scare me. But it works. It's the only time I genuinely feel scared. I'm 5'2" and get paid to beat people up. I get paid to go in and stop drunk people fighting. I don't get scared. Put me in front of a horror game. Put me in Phasmo or Pacify with the dolls. Put me in Dead by Daylight and I know the fucking trapper's right up my ass. I'm out. That is the time when gaming diapers should have been a thing. And I'm not even going to pretend that I'm the big hard man here because, no. I will squeal like a little bitch and run and hide. I don't care. There's not a person out there if they're getting traced by Trapper or a Jinn and Phasmo or the fucking dolls and Pacifying. I'm still going on about that. But it's something else. And I've only played one horror game where I spent the entire time laughing. And I had to stop playing it and switch to something else. Because I was going to get cancelled. Found this brilliant horror game. Had to escape, had to break into this house and find a way out, and had to hide from all these people. Went into one room and it was a sex dungeon with dildos and strap-ons and motorised toys. I was like, nope, I need to switch my game. I am live on Twitch. I am going to get cancelled.
Yeah.
I have never laughed so much in my entire life, and the best it was one of the best streams I ever did. I had so many. Yeah, that sounds about right. But yeah, no, it was insane. I'm thinking, I can't continue to stream this. Right, folks, we're switching games. But no, it was one of the best streams I ever did. It got so much attention. But I couldn't even put the video on YouTube because, you know, there was no warning labels. Guys, if you're going to introduce sex toys and a sex dungeon into your horror game, please label that shit. I know it's 18 plus, but some of us stream horror games. And yes, we market them as 18 plus because, you know, go figure. It's a jump scare. We're going to market it as 18 plus because we don't want to scare little children. Live on camera.
Well, I mentioned before about like with horror films, in horror games there is a whole load of different types of horror games. So we spoke about the FPS and things like that. I personally really enjoy, like I said before, the interactive movie style of Until Dawn, Dark Anthology, and The Quarry, as mentioned. And the only ones that I've played and can play are those. And obviously I love Left 4 Dead, that just goes without saying. The newer or newish, I don't know, style of games are heading now towards like survival style ones, so similar to the idea of like Fortnite, I guess, where you're creating a base and stuff like that. And I want to shout out a game that I've just started playing in the last few weeks, which is called Vane. And I've spoken to you about this.
Yep.
Really interesting. And it kind of goes off the love of the game Project Zomboid. And it's got very similar styles to Project Zomboid. And Vane gives you the first person aspect of Project Zomboid, where you're going around the town, you're trying to get away from the zombies, and you're creating your own town, I guess. So I just wanted to give that game a little shout out, get a few people to jump on it because it is really interesting. But I'll ask you again, what style of game like do you prefer? And what kind of examples have you got from those styles, I guess?
I like the FPS. I like the immersion of that. Purely because it is going to scare the crap out of you. Because you don't see that you're being attacked until you're being attacked. And I do like that. But I like the puzzle style horror. The ones that make you think. But while you're thinking, something happens, and that's when you need the gamer diapers. It's like you're trying to escape a room, but you know you're on a time limit. Like Left 4 Dead. You've got X amount of time to sneak past this big motherfucker, but if he sees you, lights out, game over, try again. But again, I think that goes back to because I like the Resident Evils. The original ones where it was the big mansion, escape room type game where you had to figure out the puzzles and collect the pieces and like solve the riddles and things like that. I like games that make you think but at the same time are gonna scare you. But I like the storytelling side of it as well, because obviously Resident Evil's got a story behind it. Phasmophobia is another one. You've got to solve the puzzle to decide what kind of ghost it is. You know the name of the person who is haunting the building, and you can talk to them and they can respond in different ways. Or they can just straight up murder your ass if you get it wrong. But if you get it right and you correctly guess what type, you get to live and you get paid. So I like games like that make you think but that scare the crap out of you. And if you get it wrong, you're dead.
What do you feel about the Backrooms games?
Right, now I've only really played the one Backroom game. But again, I liked it. I liked what I played because again it was the the puzzle element of it, and you had to think it out, similar to Autopsy Simulator, which, believe it or not, it's not actually, well, I mean, it technically is a simulator game, but you've also got to solve the murder, or decide if it was murder, and if it was, figure out who done it and why. All while you're haunted by memories of something that's happened to you, and you're being physically haunted, and stalked, and everything else, and it just, that seems to have been taken quite similar to the Backrooms games. But I've not really dove too deep into them.
No, I've played one of them. I think it was called Pools. Or something like that. You're in like a big swimming baths. And you don't see anything really for a long time. You're just walking through the pools and trying to find a way out of the pools. But you have this like constant dread of there's something here. There's something watching me. But I don't know where it is, and I don't even know if it actually exists. Like,
Yeah.
is it all in my head? Is there something there? And I kind of like that idea of it's all in your head. It's really interesting.
Yeah. So again, that is
Yeah.
quite similar to Autopsy Simulator.
I really like it. Have you played any of the Dark Anthology games?
No.
They're really interesting. So, as you know, because I've told you, I played through the 4. Little Rock I'd already played. So I played through the other 3, which was House of Ashes. I didn't get into House of Ashes because I didn't like any of the characters. And I think with those kind of games, you have to like the characters, because if you don't, you're just not
Oh,
gonna,
if you don't like the character, you don't care,
you're
you're
just
not going
not
to
gonna
play
get
it.
into it. So I didn't get into House of Ashes. I know what it is, because I watched spoilers. Man of Medan was really good, possibly the best one out of that of the series of 4.
In fact, I tell a lie, I've played a bit in Man of Medan. Just when you
Man
say
of
that
Medan's
there,
really good.
I have played a bit of that.
It's really, really good. Like I said, it's reminiscent of parts of Ghost Ship. It's on a ship,
Yeah.
for one. And it has this storyline of, is it all in your head? You eventually find out that the scares are in your head, and it's triggered by what's on the ship. So really, really like that one. But my favourite is possibly the one that everybody says is the worst out of the original 4, which was kind of about H.H. Holmes. In a way, they go to this hotel styled like the murder hotel of H.H. Holmes, which is really good. And I forgot for the life of me what it's bloody called now. I'm just gonna do a quick googly.
Yep.
But I think it's the best one. The Devil in Me. That's the most recent one that came out, 2022. Everybody says it's the worst one, but I disagree.
It's the whole point of an opinion. Everybody's got one. They're like assholes that way. Everybody's got one and everyone's different.
And I believe we are getting a new one this year. Which, by the spoilers that you get in the last game, is set in space.
There was a series of horror games that I played, and They were terrifying, and I streamed them, but I can't for the life of me remember what they were called. But one that I did play, I've not been brave enough to play the second part. But the one that I played the first part was called Layers of Fear. And you're basically an artist you've went insane, your wife has died, your child's gone, your daughter's gone, you're trapped in this house, remaking the same painting over and over and over again, reliving nightmares and horrors, and it's basically a descent into madness. And you are reliving the same story, painting this picture of your wife, and every time you paint it, it goes wrong. Now, the picture doesn't go wrong. Every picture you make, because you find them all at the end, and every picture's the exact same. It is a perfect representation of your wife, but in your eyes, it's defaced and destroyed because there was a fire and she was badly burnt, and in your eyes the pictures of your wife that you're drawing end up the way she was in the end before she died, the way you saw her as a hideous monster and not the beautiful woman that you fell in love with. But there is a setting that was terrifying, that game. It was first person, you were completely isolated and alone, and then the second part is you've died and your daughter has returned to the house that she now owns because it's been left to her. I've not been brave enough to watch it. Yeah, to play it. And it's been out for a while. And I'm too scared. Because that first one terrified me.
And it says a lot, really, if like a game scares you so much that you're like, nah,
Yeah.
nope.
Yeah, I genuinely can't do it. And it sounds insane, but I am terrified. I will eventually play it, and again I'll play it on stream because I played the first one. Now, I watched somebody else play it, right, and I was in the room with them when they were playing it, and they were jumping, and I was laughing because it didn't look scary. Sitting in the sofa, watching them play it back and forth. See, when I was playing it, big brave Sue here decided I'm going to play this live on stream because I know it's not that scary. No. Nope. Time out. Nope. It took me twice as long to complete as it normally would on a game because I was terrified. But I will eventually get around to playing the second one, and I will stream it. And I've not seen any of it. I've deliberately not watched any spoilers. I want to go in virgin eyes. But I'm terrified.
Speaking of games that you might have to play this year, I've just looked up games that are coming out, and there's one that sounds perfect for you.
I swear to God, if this is dolls, you're getting polyed.
Welcome to Doll Town. A psychological horror exploring an abandoned village filled with cursed dolls.
You know what's to it?
Like something that you'd really enjoy.
Oh yeah, I would love that. I would actually play that on stream, to be fair. I would play that.
The one that's recently just come out that I'm seeing a lot of videos of is Reanimal. I don't know about it because I've not watched that yet. It says here, navigate hell with intense monsters, visually striking, tension-filled environment. But there's a lot of streaming of that game, so I think it's not long come out.
Yeah, it must be. If that's getting a lot of attention, then it must
Yeah,
be a
no, I am
relatively
brew
new
at the
one.
shop, so I've got
Ooh.
Lipton iced tea.
Ooh, I would cry. I've got Iron Brew in the fridge. I haven't even been in the kitchen. Well, no, I tell a lie. I went in the kitchen briefly to put a load of washing on when I got in for work. No, I get in with enough time to pretty much set up, make sure everything was working, and chuck my hoodie on over my uniform. As you can see, it's still poking through. Oh yeah, and touch up my eyeliner, because, you know, I've been stood in a freezing cold gymnasium all day.
Yeah, you got get your makeup ready. Priorities, you know.
No, of course. I haven't even had anything to eat yet. Although I had the best soup ever at work. At the end here, like after the last fight, Dan came along and says that if you get in the back of the hall, they've got soup and coffee. Oh, that soup was amazing. Oh, it was absolutely fantastic. Only problem was there was no rolls left. They'd no buns left. But the soup was fantastic.
I've just remembered another game that could maybe, if it was done well. I don't know if it has had a film. But Fatal Frame.
Not that I know of. No.
I think if that was done well as a film, that could do pretty good.
Yeah.
That's notoriously got some terrifying ghosts in it. We've got the ghosts that you kind of see and it hangs itself. That one's pretty notorious. You've got the room full of the cursed dolls with the little girl ghost that jumps out at you, and that's really scary.
Children and dogs, just nope. Every time without fail, I'm just going to get, can't do it. I'm going to hide. I don't even care.
And really, if you think about it, at least for like the big names of horror games, Resident Evil and Silent Hill in particular, you've got to thank the Japanese, because the Japanese have a fucked up sense of humour. I don't know, just a fucked up
they've
sense
got an
of
amazing fucked up sense of imagination. It's
how
insane.
their brains work is just. I don't think I could be in somebody's brain who imagines a world where you're playing through purgatory that turns into super hell. And
speaking of that,
I don't know.
They did come out with another one where it's based on Dante's Inferno, the 9 levels of hell.
They did do the Dante's Inferno game on PlayStation 3.
Yep, but you've got Devil May Cry, where you are Dante himself. And that's just became a TV show, which I'm slowly watching through, but I'm never home, so I don't get the chance.
Interesting.
It's actually a really good TV show so far. It's anime. Because
Evanescence does the song for that, right?
Yep.
Nice.
So far, I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah, I might have to give that a watch, actually.
I would. No, I mean, I recommended it to Minnie last night because we were talking about different animes. And because I was looking for recommendations, and I says to her, because she's just watched through Jujutsu Kaisen. Or she's watching through it, I can't remember. I don't think she's quite finished. But, so I'm looking for some recommendations, and I was giving her some, and I says to her, try Devil May Cry. I know you're not as much into your horror, but it's no. And it's, I mean, Jujutsu Kaisen is all about demons and that, so if she likes that, she'll like Devil May Cry. The only thing is, after a couple of Devil May Cry games, they changed the fighting style. Now, I liked the original Final Fantasy games. I'm going off, but I'll come back. It was turn-based fighting, and I liked that. And I liked the original Devil May Cry games because it was hack and slash. And I liked that. But then they switched them. and they made Final Fantasy hack and slash, and they made Devil May Cry turn-based. No! I want turn-based for Final Fantasy and hack and slash for Devil May Cry. Don't switch it up. So I haven't played the newer games. But if you've got a formula that works, don't change it. But no, they've not made a movie, but they do have the anime, and it's really, really good, and I'm really enjoying it. So, and where am I watching it? I'm watching it on Crunchyroll. Is it Crunchyroll? Or is it Netflix? No, it's Crunchyroll.
It'll be Crunchyroll, the anime, yeah. You do really, 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 really need to watch the Resident Evil animated films because they are incredible.
Yeah, I do need to watch them. I also need to watch Hazbin Hotel, but we were talking about that last night.
You do. Hazbin Hotel.
Oh my god, thank you so much. Minnie just came through and gave me caramelised biscuit flavour spread. It's a tiny dinky biscotti spread.
That is tiny.
Once I've ate it, you can get the teeny tiny jar back. I'll have that for my supper and a slice of toast tonight. While I'm watching Iron Lung, I really need to watch that movie. It's so good. For what I've seen, it is so good. It's done fantastic.
What would be your, like, I don't know how to phrase it, ideal setting of a horror game? Because I think there's a lot of settings that have been overused, like the asylums and the hospitals and
Islands.
Islands, yeah, Dead Island, obviously. So something that was like unique, I guess. I mean, it might be a hard one because there's so many games out there, but
Yeah. See, now we've had the police station, we've had the mansion, we've had the farm. Farm gets done a lot. Okay, farm gets overdone. We've had cemeteries. We've had shopping malls.
yeah, we've had hell, obviously.
We've had hell itself. Something that's not been done. Obviously, we've had space because you're alien. We've had underwater because we've got Subnautica. But and Jaws. There's a Jaws video game. That's a hard one, actually.
Yeah, I can't really think.
Yeah, it's... I mean, Asylum's always good, but it has been done. Like, not just Asylum, but Abandoned Hospital in general. You know?
I'll tell you what I think would be interesting, and I keep thinking about it, and a few have done the premise, to have it play out as what is a completely different genre of game. So a good example is Doki Doki Literature Club, which you start it and it's like a dating simulator.
Yep,
And as you play it throughout, as you play it throughout, it just starts to get really dark, and then you start meeting people with suicidal tendencies, and then you're like, wait a minute, this isn't what I signed up for.
This is so wrong.
And I kind of like the idea of it starts out all like happy and like all these characters like really like out there and stuff, and it's something that you're thinking is one thing, and then eventually it turns into something else. So like that kind of setting would be interesting to see how they could make a AAA title, something like that.
Yeah. Like, I know it's gonna go off script a wee bit, like away from the normal style of horror, but what about something like an aeroplane or a boat? You know, somewhere where you can't escape.
There's not a lot of games that have that setting, really.
Yeah. Because obviously, like buildings or farms or like things like that, you can escape. There is a way to escape. You can just, in theory, get in the car, get out the door, get in the car, and drive off. But what if you couldn't? And to be fair, I think that's what I liked about. Again, going off track, but I think that's what I liked about the movie Train to Busan.
Yeah, that's
Couldn't
what I was
escape.
thinking.
You know, so what if they were to do something like that, or even make something like that into a game, where you're on moving transport, where you physically cannot get off.
It'd probably be difficult to do something on a train because it'd only be you'd be limited on how many rooms there are, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, similar to a plane, but it'd be interesting to see what would happen if you couldn't physically just get out the door. You know, you go out the door, you're dead. You know? Or Nightmare on Elm Street style, where it's the dream world.
Dreamworld could be interesting, or like an alternate reality, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, like Stranger Things style with the upside down kind of thing. Like somewhere where you can't really just jump in the car and drive away. You know? I would like something like that.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see.
Yeah.
For you, not for me.
No. No.
No.
Yeah, you're not playing.
No. Something that I get sucked down a really deep rabbit hole is the Left 4 Dead lore, actually. Like the lore behind the characters, the lore behind the levels, that just I could sit and watch, and I have sat and watched all day Left 4 Dead videos.
See, I can do that with Resident Evil. Again, because you have got so many characters that you do get attached to. You know? I mean, you're playing this character for hours and hours, like double, triple digits. And you do grow attached to them. I mean, me and Leon, okay, we've got a deep connection. You know? But
So from a game, do you think could make into a good film and vice versa?
I know the game came out at the end of last year, but they did it arcade style. Or arcade style as they classed it. The Terrifier movies, they put it into an arcade game. With Chris Jericho, which was kind of cool. He appeared in the game. But I would like a proper Terrifier game.
Yeah, you could do it quite well.
Yeah.
I can see him being added to Dead by Daylight.
Could see him being added to Fortnite, to be fair, because they've got everybody else. I mean, geez, I'm in a habit of running about the island dressed as Michael Myers. He was in Call of Duty. They brought him into Warzone.
Terrifier.
Yup.
Oh my god.
They brought Ghostface in as well.
That's crazy.
They bring everybody into Call of Duty. I mean, they've got Bruce Willis in there as well.
Yeah.
But I actually missed out on Art the Clown in Warzone because I wasn't home. I wasn't able to buy it while I was on the road, so I didn't get it. But I think that if done well, Art the Clown would be a good character to play.
Yeah, I agree actually.
I mean, the arcade games, it's fun for what it is, don't get me wrong. But I think if it was made into a proper game, then that would just be phenomenal. Or it could potentially be phenomenal, I should say. But games and going the other way. It's going to sound very Ghostbustery, but I would like to see if anybody could turn Phasmo into a movie or a show. Where it's like a team of ghost hunters out trying to survive the night, so to speak, identifying who these or what these ghosts are. I think that would be more TV show style than movie, to be fair, but I think that could be quite interesting. And of course, they're not all going to survive the night. We know this. Or I mean, Dead by Daylight's getting done. That's going to be interesting. We're even getting Poppy's Playtime. Don't know how that's going to work. Try to think of another, because the problem is so many movie makers and screenwriters think they can take a video game and turn it into a movie or a TV show. We've seen it done great. We've seen it done fantastically. Last of Us, Fallout.
Last of Us, yeah. You can see the difference between a passion project like Fallout and Last of Us. You can see that they actually care.
Yeah,
and then
but
Halo, which was awful.
Halo, no. Even Joseph Morgan couldn't save that, and I love that man. That's Klaus Michelson. I love that man, but even he couldn't save that show. But
And
not
I hate
just
to
that.
say it, but Doom, the film,
Doom.
was like, there's some great moments. Don't get me wrong. I actually, unironically, love the Doom film. I really love it, but it's so shit.
Yeah, it's so bad. What else? There was another one there that I was thinking of that was done, and it was done so bad. Obviously we've got Halo. I can't think it'll come back to me. It always does. Watch this. I'll mess it. I'll text you at like 3 o'clock in the morning. That's the one that they messed up.
Yeah.
Yes, if you're watching this, that does happen regularly. we forget what we're going to say and remember 6 hours later.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I'm obviously biased because it's literally the only game that I care about. But Left 4 Dead would have been really interesting, and I wish that they'd have had them in Cabin in the Woods, which was the original idea, to have them in the film Cabin in the Woods. There's the moment where they zoom out and you see all of the monsters in the individual boxes, and you can see the Boomer and a couple of the other special infected of the Left 4 Dead franchise and that.
yeah,
But they ended up not actually being able to show Left 4 Dead characters in the world, which was sad. But I think if that was done quite well, that would be really good.
Yeah.
But that's biased because it's literally the only game that I like.
You know what I would find? I would play the shit out of it. Right, now, I'm a big reader. I've never had that. I love Stephen King. Right? I would love to see some of his books and subsequent movies made into video games.
Yeah, they could have some, like The Shining.
Could you
Could be quite
imagine
good.
trying to get with the Overlook?
I'd really like to see the Overlook in a game. That would be incredible.
That would be amazing. Try to survive in Derry with Pennywise. Or being Pennywise,
Being Pennywise.
you know?
Which version? Just want to clarify.
The original. Original's scarier because he's not scary looking.
Gotta be
Bill
cheeky.
Skarsgård did a good job. I'm not going to deny him that. He did an excellent job. He looked the part. But the original wasn't scary. And that's what made him terrifying. That's why children went to him. Because he didn't look scary. And that's why it worked. Again, this is my opinion. But Tim Curry's Pennywise was better.
Tim Curry.
Pet Sematary
Mm.
would be good in movie game form.
Don't know how they'd get away with it.
They could make it based on Churchill the cat and not Gage. Or they could base it off of Pet Sematary 2 where it's the stepfather and not a 3-year-old blonde kid that's dead and killing everybody. But there's so much that they could do, but it's a bit of a pain in the ass getting the rights for stuff like that, you know?
Mm.
So, I mean, I can understand it, but
I was just thinking what couldn't work, and I thought in my head, the first thing that came in my head, what couldn't work as a game is Interview with a Vampire.
no.
And like, don't get me wrong, I love the characters in Interview with a Vampire. I love Louis and Lestat, and they're
Claudia.
just roommates.
Yeah, they're just roommates with
Relationship.
this adopted vampire daughter.
Yeah, but I don't think that would work.
I don't think that would translate into a video game. No.
No.
The Underworld movies would translate.
Underworld would. Yeah, you'd have vampires and werewolves, and that'd be quite interesting to see it.
Blade would translate. I need to play Bram Stoker's Dracula to figure out how that would work, but apparently it's been done.
There's an episodic one as well, a Dracula game. Similar to the Telltale style. I've got it on my library. I know I've gone dark because I've got to find what it's called. Dracula Origin.
I need to look into that.
I've
Because I do like my Telltale games. Because again, they're storytelling based, and I like that kind of gameplay.
if you like that style, Dracula Origin is a good one.
I need to look into that. Like I said, that is my go-to story based. I like a good story. Finally, sorry, I've been waiting in this email for days, and it's finally came through. A bit fucking late on a Sunday night, but never mind. It's not like I'm leaving first thing Thursday morning to go down there. It's about London.
Obviously.
Yeah. What's supposed to be Wednesday night? I was leaving and I was going to get the overnight coach done, but it turned out if I waited 12 hours, it was 20 quid cheaper.
That answers your question, don't it?
Yep. And I miss out rush hour, and I'm getting to the hotel a bit later, so I'm just going to pass straight out. I'm not going to have to hang about in London all day to wait to check in. So I can just jump in the underground and get straight to the hotel. If they tell me where the hotel is, I don't know if it's Hammersmith, or if it's back over at Heathrow yet.
Fair enough.
I'm hoping it's Hammersmith because it's easier to get to.
Out of the games that you've played, what would you say are the most like memorable moments from the games? I mean, in my head, because I've not played many, the most memorable moment for me is seeing Pyramid Head for the first time, seeing the dogs and the liquor in Resident Evil for the first time. And those are notorious, I guess.
Yeah.
Iconic. Everybody knows these scenes, regardless if you've played the games or not. Everybody knows about the fucking dog jumping out at you and
Yeah.
the liquor coming down from the roof and from the ceiling, and seeing Pyramid Head doing some questionable actions for the
Yeah,
first time.
paranoid. Pyramid Head is a hear me out.
I don't want to
Don't know why. Don't know
He is
why.
on the list.
But he's on the list. He's a hear me out.
But what
Right
are
up
some
there
other
with Lady
moments?
Dimitrescu. Let's be real.
That's not even a hear me out.
That's not a hear
just
me out. That's just a yes.
That's just it. Yes, it's like it's a goth vampire who's 10 foot tall. I'm not getting into this because I'll just go into dreamland.
Yeah. Yeah, and it'll just be us sitting for the next 3 hours talking about Lady Dimitrescu.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, speaking of memorable moments, first introduction of Lady Dimitrescu. Layers of fear. When you realise, for me, see when you realise that every painting, you're making this one painting, but see when you realise that you've already made 30 of them and they're all perfect, but yet not in your eyes, that it was like, so I'm just batshit crazy then. Great. That stuck with me. Getting to punt Chucky in Dead by Daylight. Like, killer's coming after you. It's Chucky. You don't know who the killer is to start off with until you see them. And you realise it's Chucky. You can punt him. That, revolutionary. Oh, there's a 2-foot psycho doll coming towards me at a high speed. But, bye Chucky, run. That was just amazing.
For me, there was a moment in Until Dawn when you first play it, and I went in not knowing the storyline behind Until Dawn. So when you first open it, all I could think of is, oh, it's a serial killer. Oh, it's obviously it's got to be vampires because they're out in the dark and they've got night vision. So what the hell else can it be? It has to be vampires. Oh, it could also be werewolves though. And there was this like thing like in my head like I wonder what the monster is in this game, not knowing. So that was really cool for me.
Give me 2 seconds. I'm not going to put on a be right back. I just want to mute my mic and check something.
I'm also just looking at the new games that are coming out. So while she's disappeared for a minute, I'm just going to go over a few of them. There's a lot of Lovecraftian film games that are getting quite popular recently. Lovecraftian films being like
I'm back.
Sinking City 2, Lovecraftian game.
Sorry, Minnie came into the room. No, could hear a funny noise out in the hall, and I was like, oh, we're talking about horror games, and now there's a strange scratchy noise. Yeah, it's the dog.
That's no surprise you've got a dog here.
Yeah, that was the dog. Which, honestly, I'm kind of glad about, because, yeah. I mean, I live where I live. It's... but, no, we seem to be, like, I don't know, it's a weird way to describe it, but horror seems to be more mainstream now. Not just in movies anymore. I mean, it used to be a very niche market. But
Yeah, it did.
now it's more mainstream. I mean, are we going to start picking up Oscars? No.
No.
We are gonna still...
We've done quite well. We've done quite well. There are some films that have had accolades.
Yeah. But we're going to continue to get silently snubbed. But who cares? Most of the committee members that vote for that are on lists. So do we care? No, absolutely not. But it is becoming more popular. And there are so many, not just horror movies coming out this year, but horror games. And movies and games are, like, coming together now. And big streamers are getting in on it. And they're making their favourite games into horror movies. I mean, yeah, Markiplier might have done it first. And he freaking nailed it. He made a killing in the box office. But he appealed to such a wide audience with bringing out Iron Lung. Game fans, his fans, and horror fans. And he roped in Jacksepticeye. So you've got his fans as well. Like, yes, he was the first to do it, and he did it magnificently. Others are going to do it. You know they're going to do it. And
it's going to be interesting.
Yeah. Fair play to them. I just hope that they do it and do it well. I mean,
Me too.
There's supposed to be a Fortnite movie coming out. We got a Minecraft movie.
Yeah, it's true, actually.
Yeah. There's gonna be a Call of Duty movie coming out.
Because you just mentioned Call of Duty, I would argue, and correct me if I'm wrong, but in terms of bringing the horror element to the normies, I would say Call of Duty Zombies, by far, has to be. They brought in a completely different type of person who played COD and brought in zombies.
Yep.
And then, COD Zombies for me is incredible.
People go mental for it. Every time there's a game released without zombies, people want zombies. And it's it's hilarious because obviously we've had a few Modern Warfares come out. And everybody's like, bring in zombies. And for like Halloween and that, during Warzone, they'll do like zombie events. But unless it's a Black Ops game, they'll no give you zombies. But Black Ops wasn't the first Call of Duty game to bring zombies in. That's not where zombies were introduced. And I was shocked at this. I found this out because obviously I'm a COD player. I also love horror. So I wanted to know when COD introduced zombies. Because it is such a big thing. It was in World at War. Their World War II game. Yeah. They first gave us Nazi zombies. Now, let's see if I've got a release date written down. I might have a release date written down, I don't know. But it was World at War. It wasn't Black Ops. 2008.
2008.
Yep, I knew I had it written down. But yeah, everybody just associates Call of Duty Zombies with Black Ops. But it's no. It started with Nazi zombies in World at War.
And it's two pretty much completely different communities, really.
Mhm.
And that's what I like about the COD Zombies, is that when you think of COD players, you think of one genre of person, and when you think of COD Zombies, it's a different genre of
Yeah.
person. So I would argue that they bought the zombies and everybody knows about it, and now I think maybe that started the trajectory of horror games becoming a bit more popular.
Yeah. Yeah, because you get jump scared in zombies.
And you've got the cast of characters that you like, because they always bring in the celebrities. You've had some massive names in COD Zombies. Wasn't George Romero in one of them?
Mhm.
You've had Sarah Michelle Gellar, Michael Rooker. Everybody's fallen out with him, but Kevin Spacey.
Yep. Of course, everybody's fell out where he's listed.
Yeah.
That's just
but
the word I'm using now to describe it. It's just the
But
listed.
at the time,
At the time, he was a big name.
Kevin Spacey was a massive name, so you have these massive names that associate with COD Zombies, which again is going to bring in their fans and
Yep.
and stuff like that. So that's what I really like about COD Zombies. It's really good.
Yeah, it brought horror gaming to the casual gamer.
Yeah.
And it was such a hit. And even now, when a new Call of Duty game comes out, people ask for two things. Nuketown. Well, I mean, I get it, it's the best map Call of Duty I've ever done. And zombies. And both of them are exclusive to Black Ops now. Obviously, zombies started with World at War, which I didn't know about. And I've played World at War, but I wasn't an online gamer then, so I didn't really get the zombies. I didn't really do the online thing back then, because like I had two tinies back when World at War came out, and I was at college and working full time, so I didn't have the chance to be an online gamer. I was a casual gamer. Except for Left 4 Dead, Dead Island. I waited till the kids had went away for a week on holiday, and I grinded the shit out of that game. I loved that game.
What games would you personally recommend for the casual gamer or somebody who's looking to go into that genre?
The Telltales are good for a casual gamer because it's chaptered. So say you've only got an hour a night, that's a chapter. You know, it's nothing. It's, you pick it up, you play it, you put it down, you go to bed. You know, you do a chapter, you go to bed. Dead by Daylight, again, Phasmophobia. They're good for do a couple of rounds, go to bed. Or do a couple of rounds, go to work if you work night shift, depending on, you know what I mean? They're good for somebody that can't sit and give 4, 5, 6 hours at a time to gaming, because not everybody's got that. And some games do require that, unfortunately. And it's not until you go on holiday that you can sit and play games like that. So you want something that's round based. You want and that's where, for the hardcore horror fans, the Friday the 13th game, the most recent one, or the Evil Dead game, were fantastic. Because you and your mates, you finish your work, you finish school, get a couple of rounds in, then you call it a night. But they've both been... You can still do single player, but the servers have shut down, which sucks. But games like that where you don't need to sit for hours are fantastic, because it does let casual gamers play genres that they love. And the 4v1 is so popular now, you know. And the good thing about it is you don't even need to play along with your mates. You can play with randoms. You don't need to have a mic. You can play as the killer. And you can go up against a team of 4. Whether they know each other or not is completely irrelevant.
I'm going to re-download Dead by Daylight because I said that I would, so...
I've got it in the Xbox. I'll keep it in the Xbox. It is addictive. I mean, I've maxed out and prestiged so many characters. Like, survivors and killers. Like, my Ashy Slashy, like Ash for the Evil Dead, he's prestiged. Laurie Strode is prestiged. My Cenobite's nearly. My Pinhead is nearly prestiged. And I was so angry because I missed, they did Stranger Things a while back, like a few years back when it first came out. And every day rushed out and got it. Got the pack, and they got the survivors, and they got Demo Puppy. Every day was running about with Demogorgon. Every day loved Demo Puppy. I was on the road, and then they lost the rights to it. So if you owned it, you could play it, but if you didn't, you couldn't buy it. I didn't get my puppy, but they got the rights back. I've not got my puppy yet. I'm getting my puppy. I really just want to play as a Demogorgon. He's a really cool character to go up against. But they also do quite a lot of like unique characters.
Yeah, they've got some really interesting characters. I forgot which character it is, but from Dead by Daylight. But I know that they have got a Until Dawn style game based on one of the characters. I'll find out for you what it's called.
Because they've got Huntress, they've got Trapper, that we call Bing Bong, because obviously Bing Bong, the Bing. They've got the clowns. They've got like some of their original characters are. I mean, the survivors, the original survivors are neither here nor there, but their trickster character. Oh, he's fantastic. I got him straight off the bat. And I don't normally buy original characters. The Wraith is brilliant. And I'm so glad that that's getting made into a movie. Like I said, I don't know how it's going to work. I don't care how it's going to work. It's got the Blumhouse label on it. I'm going to love it.
Yeah, hopefully it's done well.
I just hope so badly that they bring Bing Bong. Trapper. Sorry. I need to stop saying. Best of all is I've got a friend who was a Dead by Daylight streamer, and she had a baby. And we effectively nicknamed him Baby Bing Bong. Because she played as Trapper. That was her main killer character. So we affectionately nicknamed her little boy Baby Bing Bong. And you could hear him in the background when she was streaming, because he was only tiny. So that was a fun little tidbit there for you. But no, some of their collabs are brilliant. I mean, I've got Freddy, I've got Michael, I've got Pinhead. I missed out on Demo Puppy. I will buy Demo Puppy.
You're determined.
Ah, I'm determined to get this demo dog. I'm getting the demo dog, okay? I am getting it. I missed it the last time. I don't care about the survivors. I only really play 2 survivors, to be fair, because I don't bother with the survivors. I play as Laurie and I play as Ash Williamson. I prestige them.
It's the casting of Frank Stone is the episodic one. Released 2024. Can't tell you what it's about. I didn't end up playing it. I'll download it soon.
That sounds familiar, and I think I've played that. I think I played that season when that dropped, but I can't really. And
it is also done by Supermassive, which makes sense.
I mean, their collabs are just out of this world. I mean, love it, hate it, but Dead by Daylight is an institution in horror gaming.
So there is a spin-off of Dead by Daylight that I'm reading about right now. Hooked on You, a 2022 dating sim. Oh no, I'm looking it up. Choose your killer. You can romance 4 killers: the Spirit, the Trapper, the Huntress, and the Wraith.
Bing bong!
Alright. I'm not gonna go into it, but I'm gonna try and find that game and I'm gonna give it a good go.
Yeah, I need to find this.
Visual novel, so it's a visual novel style. Oh, fuck, I'm buying that right now. It's £2.79.
What, on Steam?
On Steam, yeah.
Not me lighting up because I'm on Steam.
Oh, damn, the Trapper looks interesting.
Hooked on You, oh my god. A Dead by Daylight dating sim. Oh my, bang bong.
And these are the things that we find out live on stream, hence the face.
Huntress? Bing Bong got buff? They're playing I'm watching them play beach volleyball.
Is this Dead or Alive beach volleyball? I didn't play that game.
Yes, it's on special offer until the 7th of March. Normally $6.99. For now only, $2.79. Add to cart. Hell yeah. I need this game.
Yeah.
Can you tell I'm just quickly double checking everything so that my card details are not on screen? Another remarks, because I think it's the wrong fucking card. Oh no, it's not. Go figure.
These are the important things.
That's a dating game. Why did no one tell us Dead by Daylight is a dating game? People, this is what you need to tell us.
These are the things that I enjoy. So there we go, folks. Dead by Daylight has a dating sim. You heard it here. Probably not first, but first.
Get that installed.
Oh.
I got 377 points for that. Why the hell have I got 30,000 Steam points?
I don't know, you can't really use them for a lot. But I think I'm about ready to wrap that up. We're on 2.5 hours, dear enough.
Damn.
Um,
I think
So-
us buying Dead by Daylight dating sims a good place to end the show.
I agree. I agree. So next week, you aren't here, so I've decided to do whatever the hell I'm gonna do. Most likely, I'm probably gonna do found footage films.
Can you tell I
Um,
can't stand found
because
footage?
not really your thing, and they're not really my thing. But I feel like if we don't do them, then we'll get told off. So I'll take the hit and I'll do found footage next week.
Oh.
Again, if anybody wants to join, do let me know because I can't work on my own. I'm socially awkward and weird. So that's next week's plan is
Yeah, because it's not
found
even as if I
footage.
can join you on my phone because I'll not get finished until late on the Sunday because of breakdown.
So it's just me.
Because, I mean, the show ends at 5 o'clock next week, so, or on the Sunday, and then I'm on to breakdown. I got like a 10-minute break, so to let everybody that's no staying get paid and get out.
But I think today's been interesting.
Yeah.
Pretty fun. It's always fun to talk about games. We'll probably do another episode, to be honest, further down the line.
Yeah, when more come out, because we are getting a lot more this year.
Yeah. But yeah, as I always say on the roundup, I want people to join the community and get involved. Again, by all means, let us know here, or if you're watching later on YouTube, or via our social media pages if you do want to get involved going forward. And if you've got any ideas, do let us know and join the Discord, which will be in the bio somewhere.
It's not letting me comment, so. And I've just.
You know our camera's on the stream.
I know, I've just seen that. Give me a second, I'm fixing it. I don't know what happened.
We disappeared for a moment.
What? Are we back?
I'm just gonna quickly put the socials on here.
Yeah, we're back. Yeah, please do, because it is not letting me do it at all.
But let us know if you do want to get involved and if you've got any ideas.
No, I'm so sorry. It's asking me to log in. I'm clearly logged in, or we wouldn't be live.
That's the main two pages, the YouTube and the Twitch page. Give us a like and a follow and subscribe and all that shit.
Yep. And if you feel comfortable enough doing so, please remember we do, I especially do swear, and not all content is suitable for under 18s, but if you feel confident and comfortable, please share the crap out of us. And like, subscribe and ring the bell to get notified when we post if you are watching this later on YouTube. It will be up either tomorrow or Tuesday.
We got some new subscribers. Thank you very much. Someone from work subscribed. Thank you.
Yay.
I really appreciate that. That's really nice. I appreciate all of the followers that we get in. So it's really nice to see that people are very slowly but surely getting involved. But we'll get there.
Yeah,
and we've got,
these things take time.
yeah. So until next week, thanks for joining us this week, and I'll see you again.
Bye bye now.
Bye.